Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel Trading Secrets. It's channel for entertainment purposes only. For those of you who do not know, my name is Ali. I have over 20 years experience teaching accounting, economics, business and law. Through this channel I'll be providing some stock analysis and a quick update on the $1 million challenge. So if anybody's not aware of this is a journey of an investment of $1,000 to a return of $1 million over a period of 3 years using a strategy called compound return investing. So the objective is try to get 201 trades, each with an average return of 3.5%. It's not 201 consecutive trades, we do take into account losses. So for further details about how to join us for less than $9 a month, information is available in the description below. In today's video, we're going to be looking at allegations regarding the creation of hundreds of billions of shares. Yes, you did hear that right. Hundreds of billions of shares of newly issued common stock of micro-cap companies by an unregistered dealer. So this is just one dealer that the SEC are making these allegations against. And there are also allegations include potential profit of hundreds of millions of dollars. So this is also going to be looked at from the point of view of creating potential parallels with what happened with MMTLP and the creation of these synthetic shares. So we're also going to be looking at ticker symbol HUMA, and this is a stock that has been previously featured on the channel. I'm going to be looking at the Ukraine link, so stay tuned for that. Before we get started, let's have a look at what's happening in the market. So first of all, headline from Reuters, we can see that Wall Street is losing stamina. The dollar gains as investors are pondering the rate cut timing. So nobody knows what's going to happen in terms of the rate cut, and the markets are still a little bit jittery. So in other news from Unusual Whales, shout out here to Unusual Whales, who posted on February the 7th, Mark Wayne Mullen bought $30,000 in Badger meters, ticker symbol BMI, and this company produced water technology. However, Mullen represents Oklahoma, and Oklahoma conveniently announced that they are upgrading water meters. So a tremendous coincidence there for Representative Mark Wayne. So good luck to him in this coincidental decision. And what also it has been stated here that Representative Mullen sits on the Environmental Services Senate Committee. So again, I think another coincidence regarding how he made his money in terms of the charge of knowing these types of deals. He's currently up approximately 34% since entry, and he's currently beating the S&P 500. So well done there to Mark Wayne for excellent investing. And in other news from investing.com, breaking news, Walt Disney shares are currently down 10% after weak profit guidance. So potentially could be a buying opportunity there if it continues to go down. Keep an eye on ticker symbol DIS. I'd like to start by giving a shout out here to Dennis, who's posting with regard to this Thursday, and he states here that Curtis and Kristen will join him on the latest series with regard to the Naked Short ripoff, with regard to MMTLP and also DJT on his podcast What's Bugging Me. So go ahead and check that out. Let's now move on ahead and have a look at the allegations with regard to the creation of hundreds of billions of shares. So shout out here to R1, who's posted ticking in ticker symbols GTII, DBMM, FNGR, ZJYL and also MMTLP. So potential parallels with many of these stocks, including many other penny stocks out there. So what is stated here is it's just shocking to see this in black and white, sold hundreds of billions of shares. So we can see here under section 107 from the allegations from the SEC, the defendant sold penny stock, and during the relevant period they purchased, held and sold hundreds of billions of unrestricted newly issued shares of common stock of micro-cap issuers. So we're potentially talking about bio stocks, emerging tech companies, penny stocks, and companies really emerging and at risk. So basically potentially destroying these companies. So we're looking at breaches in terms of the Exchange Act Section 3A51, Exchange Act Rule 3A51-1, and a few others there as well. But let's have a look at the follow-up post and the details from the SEC in terms of their allegations against this broker-dealer, or should we say unregistered broker-dealer. So what RRR has one has gone on to state is that plus numerous penny stocks, the company in question is Kramer's, and they are under investigation by the SEC, and Kramer's now and Alpine are on the ropes, so it could be a matter of time. So having a look at this press release from the SEC dated May the 7th, 2024, it looks like they are finally taking action, and as far as I'm concerned, this action is long overdue. So I'm not sure why they're doing this, because it certainly seems to be the case that this company, Kramer's, has been doing this for a long time. So the case has now been filed, so let's have a look at details. So it's now been announced that charges against Kurt Kramer of Jericho, New York. Power Up Lending is the company. The other company is Geneva Roth Remark Holdings and 1800 Diagonal Lending, formerly known as 6th Street Lending. And the key allegation is for operating as unregistered securities dealers. So how they got away with this for a long time, I'm not sure, because certainly looks like people were turning a blind eye. So this is the complaint. So the complaint is that the company is engaged in the purchase of purchasing convertible securities from penny stock issuers, then converting the securities into common stock at a large discount from the prevailing market price, quickly selling the newly issued shares into the market for a profit, and then allegations that nearly 2,000 convertible securities from around about 325 micro cap stock issuers, and basically this led to then the creation of 100 billion newly issued shares of common stock, 100 billion. So staggering figure there. And they then rapidly sold the newly issued shares into the market, generating millions of dollars in revenue and profits. So basically this certainly seems like blatant theft, white collar crime, and something that the SEC, in my opinion, have been long overdue in pursuing. So the complaint against Kramer and all these other umbrella companies is with regard to violating the dealer registration under the Securities Exchange Act of 1934, and they are now looking for a permanent injunction, looking at the ill-gotten gains plus the prejudgment interest, civil penalties, penny stock bar, and other equitable relief. So if we have a look at the actual period in question, the allegations are ranging from January 2018 to at least March 2023. So that's a 5-year period where it certainly looks like the SEC was asleep. So going on to the previous video and following on from that, shout out again to Kristen, who's posted in terms of the Financial Committee, it's now saying it's not taking the CAT system amendments today, so that will be followed up allegedly. So Curtis has also tweeted about this, but the CAT system is something that we will also keep an eye on, so check out the previous video for details of that. Look at ticker symbol HUMA, also known as Humacyte, and this is a stock that was featured previously in a number of videos, and also a stock that has been looked at in the Discord exclusively with the Discord members. But in terms of a recap, let's have a quick reminder in terms of what this company is about from the investor relation page and the corporate profile. So this is a disruptive biotech platform company, and it's looking to deliver universally implantable bioengineered human tissues, organs, and looking to design and improve the life of patients and transform the practice of medicine. So they manufacture tissues to create and treat a wide range of diseases, injuries, and chronic conditions. So they have a portfolio of human cell vessels, and they're currently in late stage clinical trials targeting multiple vascular applications. So and obviously with the FDA pipelines in the process also. So this is a stock that we previously featured as early as 21st of April 2024 and was also covered in a number of previous videos. And what happened with regard to HUMA, there was a senator buy. So let's give a shout out again to Quiver Quantity for sharing more information about this in terms of what we also covered in the previous videos, and that is with regard to Senator Tommy Tuberville. So it states here he bought the company stock in the company called Humacyte, also known as HUMA, and since that investment it's up approximately 64%. So this is a small biotech company. They make implantable human tissues, They've been testing their technology in Ukraine and treating combat injuries. And conveniently, Tommy sits on the Senate Armed Services Committee, so no implications or allegations of inside information there, but certainly Tommy is a very lucky man. So let's have a look at the chart first of all for the previous 6 months. So over the previous 6 months, it is up a staggering 91%, but so you can see around about February the 14th, it did go in excess of $4.70. It then came down around about middle of April to approximately $3, and we can see now again is on a positive upward trend and currently up around about $4.62, up close to 1.65% today, and also up very nicely this week. So let's now have a look at Humacyte and the Ukraine connection. So on their website we can see the press release from the 1st of December 2022 that the company is HUMA Humacyte vessel with the trademark is looking at Ukraine humanitarian results to be presented at multiple vascular conferences in December 2022. So it looks like they certainly were focusing on Ukraine as early as December 2022. And if we follow this up, February the 9th, 2024, the latest press release here states that the HUMA Humacyte vessel biologics license application has been granted priority review by the US FDA for the treatment of vascular trauma. And further down, if we have a look at what's going on in terms of the Ukraine connection, first item here under this press release, it states that the BLA submission supported by results from phase 2-3 clinical trials and outcomes of real-world use of HAV under the humanitarian aid program to treat wartime trauma injuries in Ukraine. So again, there we have it. So obviously this is something that is happening. We also know that Tommy Tuberville did invest in HUMA, and he also conveniently sits on the Armed Services Committee. So I'm going to give you an important date for the diary with regard to HUMA. So this was also shared in the Discord, but the details here are with regard to the earnings, and these are expected to be presented on May the 10th, 2024. So not long to go there, and we can see here the financial results and corporate update will be provided. So we will be keeping an eye on that, and potentially could be some a potential earnings beat. So it is going to be a high risk stock to look at, but certainly an interesting one with huge risk and reward. Finally, if you would like to get details of research as well as due diligence, as well as access to our daily and weekly watch lists, details are in the description below. Thank you very much for watching. Please stay tuned.